We're here live today for round 2 for New Life. They're playing Meadowview in the Meadowview Tournament. Number 22, Madison White, is the first batter. Pitch is hit into right field. That'll be a rounds first and gets tagged out at second.
Hey, you did what you were told to do. Shake it off. Nice hit. Good job, baby.
Good job, Mad Dog.
Hey, you're told to go, you win. Good job.
Next batter's number 7, Julianne Wilkes.
Good job, Mad Dog.
One out in the top of the first inning. First pitch is down below the knees for a ball.
Oh, she look at sister. You know it. She look at sister.
Oh. Way to watch, Jill.
Come out.
Oh, here we go.
Hit it.
Hitting by Christian.
Nope.
She can do the jump up and do it. Take that out of your mouth first.
Ball 4.
All right, Tier 1. Come on, Mr. Good, run now.
One out in the top of the first with a runner on first.
That would hurt me.
I'm so proud.
That would hurt me.
Charity, your turn.
I
can't do that stuff.
can't do that. I can't do that by myself.
Somebody will have to help me back.
I only do that for my man. Thank you.
Are you ready?
I can do that.
Who is he? Ball hit.
I don't know.
Nope.
When you watch, Tier 1.
21, Jenny Blevins is the next batter. She has a 2-0 count with the 1 out.
Come on, baby. Here we go. Your ball hit. Little step. There you go.
Next pitch is popped up towards the pitcher and caught for out number 2.
Hit it, babe. Hit it. Come on, Jack. Come on, babe.
Number 10, Callie Knuckles is the next batter.
Come on, KK. Come on, Kelly, grow up.
2 outs in the top of the first.
Come on, Kelly.
First pitch is hit into left field into foul territory, and it'll be dropped.
That's way to hustle, there, girls. That's way to
Way to
hustle.
hustle, Kelly. Way to hustle.
Hey, run that ball. Now you ready? Come on.
Way too close to call. I just said it was just too close to call. It was too close to call. That is not a rule. No, it's not. No, it is not.
Actually, it is.
If you read the rule book, it is not a rule. There is no such thing as a tie.
Yeah, there is.
No, it is not. It is. Ask Mr. Tim. they judge his call. Usually they give it to the runner, but it's not a rule.
0-2 count with 2 outs. Next pitch is tipped and foul. Remains 2 strikes.
You shouldn't have been called to run. We love you too, but you should have been called to run. Oh, me? Yeah. Oh, don't suck up to me. He loves you too, but you shouldn't have been called to run. I know.
Next pitch is high for ball 1.
Ball, hit the ball. Let's go.
Pitch is swung at and fouled back. Count remains at 1-2 with 2 outs.
Hang in there. Hang in there.
Count remains 1-2 after a foul ball.
Change. Now, come on.
I don't want to hold it. Kelly broke my KBJ.
I know I'm burning half over right now.
Yeah, you already got some.
1-2 count with 2 outs. Next pitch is hit into left center field in the gap. That will advance the runner from first. Coming home. Be a stand-up RBI double for Callie. Next batter is number 2, Rachel Poor.
Go, Pete.
Two outs now.
Come on, son.
Pitcher Callie be pinch run by Caroline Green. Still 2 outs. First pitch to Rachel will be hit into right field and will be caught by the right fielder. And that will be 3 outs in the inning with your score 1-0 in favor of New Life. We'll be back for the bottom half of the first.
needs some more.
Coming back to the bottom half of the first. First batter from Meadowview. First pitch is hit towards the second baseman, and a diving catch by Jenny is caught for out number 1.
That's where you roll in the dirt. Oh!
I know about this house for a reason. That's sitting on them.
Oh,
Ready up, ready up.
Next batter is up for Meadowview. First pitch is swung at and missed for strike 1.
You should have been videotaping that. I mean, can we not get some live video feed? Come on.
Next pitch is hit but fouled into right field territory.
Oh, good.
What do you mean?
I want to Snapchat him out.
Hey, right. Everybody be ready.
Count is 0-2 with 1 out in the bottom half of the first.
Ready up, wait.
Like, if we go, like, I'll take it safe.
I believe you. I feel
Next pitch is hit towards second base, but not handled going into center field. It'll be a single. Next batter is up for Meadowview with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Still 1-0 score.
You're going to make a man. Reminder that her and Madison go for each other. They can't stand it. They don't think they can like. But she's
Runner on first and 1 out. Bunt attempt is drawn back for a ball.
Mama, look how funny our face off is.
All right, here we go.
There's no difference.
It looks like you 5 years ago.
I know, right?
She said it doesn't even look like a
Next pitch is down in the dirt.
Stop, PP.
That's right, here we go, come on.
I'll let you.
Ready up, Jack, here we go, short.
Pitch is hit into second base. Throw attempt to second is overthrown. That allows a runner to go to third and second. With a runner at second, third, and 1 out, the next batter's up for New Life. Excuse me, for Meadowview.
Take it. Come on, here we go.
Ain't nothing by you, Brick. Wall, PP. Let's go. Sorry, Jack. Check it off. Pass the ball, you little.
Right, don't worry about it. Here we go. Look back.
Both catching you.
Out on first, here we go.
So scary.
First pitch to next batter is a ball. Next pitch is hit. Snagged by the hot corner third baseman and tags the bag for out number 3. It was a double play by Rachel. That's 3 outs in the inning, headed toward the top of the second. Score 1-0. New Life. We'll be back for the top half of the second. coming to the top of the second now. Next batter for New Life is up with a 1-0 score still.
I said when I sell all my music, I'm get done making my music.
Number 11 is up to bat. Pitches fouled.
Oh my God, yes, I got you. I'm gonna wait right here till you're ready to go. And then we're gone.
Count is 1-2 with no outs. The pitch is going to hit her.
Come on, Juan, you got this.
Allow her to go to first base. Next batter is number 1, Laura Edwards. First pitch is swung at and missed. First strike.
Quicker, Laura. You gotta be quicker now. Tom, you pick. Time you pick, Laura.
Pitch is down below the knees for a ball.
Hard and fast, baby. Watch.
Pitch is hit back towards the pitcher. Third to second, but not in time at first. Runners out at second and safe at first. Number 13, Lakin Champion, is the next batter with 1 out in the inning. First pitch is
Come on, Lakin.
next pitch is swung at miss for strike 2. Count is 0-2 with 1 out at the top of the second. Pitch is fouled. Main strike 2. Pitch is tipped and foul for remainder strike 2.
Lakin, you can do this, babe. Laura, go ahead,
Pitch is looked at for strike 3 and out number 2. Next batter is number 12, Abigail Travers, still with a runner on first. First pitch is tipped for foul on the strike 1. Next pitch is swung at miss for strike 2. Next pitch is swung at miss for strike 3, out 3. Score still stands at 1-0 New Life as we head to the bottom of the second. We'll be back for the bottom half. Coming into the bottom of the second.
Oh,
All right.
third baseman Austin Peppers is at the second base.
First batter from Meadowview up to the plate. First pitch is a ball.
Your mom and I'll be right back.
Pitch is up high for ball two. Count is 2-0 with no outs.
He's he is doing the game.
Pitch is just a hair outside for ball three. Count is 3-0 and no outs. Bunt attempt. Drawing back, but still called a strike. Count is now to 3-1 and no outs. Next pitch is fouled back. Count goes full now to 3-2.
You think Michael's cute?
Next pitch is hit to the shortstop, and throw to first is in time for out number one. Now there's out one
I found it.
in the bottom of the second.
Or what?
What do you want to do? You want to go to the stand? So mom's probably not gonna let you have no candy.
I'll let you go get some. Here we go.
Yeah, we want color.
First pitch is a ball.
By the time she gets back, she probably doesn't even have it. I don't think they're ready yet, baby.
Pitch is high and outside for a ball, and the count now goes to 2-0 with one out.
He's very sweet.
It's like a future version of Jack, and Jenny's like a future version of her sister.
Pitch is foul tip behind home plate. Count goes to 2-1 now.
You hear me? Because if you let us make your idea, you know.
Jack, look at that on the ground.
Put it up on the point.
Boys. Right? Some boys.
There you go.
Next pitch is fouled. Count goes to 2-2 with one out. No runners on base. And one out in the bottom of the second inning.
Whatever, flower.
Yeah.
Pitch is going to be just a hair outside. Make the count full now at 3-2 with one out. Pitch is going to be fouled. Remain full at 3-2.
Wait, here we go. Come right, come right. Get it right here.
Pitch going to be dribbled to the pitcher. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Nobody on base. Score remains 1-0.
And it's so funny because I was well, that's my son. My son is that one.
First pitch is swung at and missed for strike 1. Next pitch is swung at for strike 2. Count is 0-2 with 2 outs. Next pitch is in the dirt for strike 3. Throw to first is in time. Strike 3, out 3. Headed to the top of the 3rd inning now. Score remains 1-0. We'll be back for the top of the 3rd.
It felt right. I couldn't help it.
Free Willie.
Coming back to the top of the 3rd inning. First batter is Madison White, who hits a grounder to short, and the throw is not in time. She is safe at first. Next batter is number 7, Jillian Wilkes.
I'm buying you some Velcro shoes. I know what they're doing. They're practicing their syllables. I'm not getting in that. I'll be like, nobody.
Mad dog, you keep waiting.
Says yes, but yes.
Come on, stand in the church right here, right now. Come on, Julie.
Ball, hit the ball.
Come on, Julie. We go, Julie.
Go, Julie!
We go, Julie. Down, miss it. Woo! Oh, Rangers, they get us!
Both the left fielder and center fielder do collide, miss the ball, which will allow the runner from first to advance to second.
We did the same thing. Just boom, both went back, ball fell between us. It was awesome.
Yes.
And then it was raining, so we were like, God, we have to get a ball we can dive for. It was at Lagoon State. We played extra.
No outs in the top of the third. Runners at first and second. Number 21, Jenny Blevins, is next to bat.
We should have won our 1997 state rings. Mine got stolen.
First pitch is up high for ball one.
With my class ring. My class ring got stolen too.
Don't hit it. Here we go. Good.
I get all the way to one. I get all the graduation classroom information.
You're on 20 right now. Come on, babe. Here we go.
When I go my lecture,
When you want,
when I get to my lecture,
Hey,
don't
go. That's it.
Jack.
Next pitch is fouled off. Ball two, strike one.
Baby, make it yours.
If I can.
Now you ready.
I'm not going back there.
Hey, you're on 21. You're on 21, 21, 21.
I'm staying home. I ain't going back to that devil place.
Good out.
Next pitch is high for a ball. Count is 3-1. No outs.
No help.
They show too much favoritism.
Pitch is down below the knees for ball four. Bases are going to be loaded now with no outs. With number 10, Callie Knuckles, up to bat.
Come on. Here we go. Hit the ball.
Good time,
Go.
Kelly.
You want a drink?
I got a drink, but it's not cold. Yeah, so you want a drink?
What's going on, guys, lady?
No, you just had a.
That pitch is going to be hit into left field. That'll be a 2 RBI stand-up double. That will now move the score to 3-0. With number 2, Rachel Poor, up to bat now.
Come on, two. Go, Rachel.
Runners at second and third.
You can do this, Rachel.
First pitch is right at the knees for strike one.
Hit it. There you go.
Pitch is going to be hit to the shortstop. Third to first is going to be missed. And we'll bring a run in. Runner advances to second and to third. Next batter is number 11, Becca Adams. First pitch is tipped and foul for strike one.
No help. Gotta be good.
Still no outs in the inning.
There you go.
Next pitch is going to be line drive. Caught by the pitcher for out number one.
Hey, nice hit, Becca.
Next batter, number 1, Laura Edwards.
Hey, way to dive there, Pip! Way to be there, Caroline! Settle down, baby. Party fast. Go, Laura. You can get us one. Believe. Believe in yourself. You got it, baby. Hard and fast. All the way. There you go. There you go. Right there. Right there.
Pitch going to be hit into left field, missed by the fielder. That'll be a stand-up 1 RBI double with the runner at second and third. Now goes to a score of 5-0 in favor of New Life.
Oh, Lacey, your turn, baby. I said no. I don't want to try. I said I believe. I always say I believe.
See it.
Nice cut. Now you're ready.
Next batter, number 13, Lakin Champion.
Come on, Bubby. You're right
I don't know how long it was going to take them to get them ready. Oh.
Runners at second and third, and 1 out in the top of the third inning. The count is 1-1. Pitch is swung at, foul tip for strike 2. One and 2 count. Next pitch is fouled, tipped again. Remains 2 strikes. Next pitch is high for ball 2. Next pitch is down below the knees for ball 3. Count's going to be full now at 3-2 with 1 out. Next pitch is foul tip. Going to remain at 3-2. Next pitch just hits the strike zone for strike 3, out number 2. Number 12, Abigail Chambers is the next batter. First pitch is swung at, missed for strike 1. Runner still at second and third with 2 outs now in the top of the third. 5-0 score. The pitch is hit into center field. And they will call a runner interference on us, which will make it out number 3. We'll come back for the bottom half of the third inning with the score of 5-0. Now in the bottom of the third inning, first batter up from Meadowview. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch is swung at and missed for strike one. There was an intentional walk applied to that batter. So the next batter from Meadowview is coming up now.
Hey, Avery, come here. You got a subpoena? Hey, come here. I get one.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
See
these
what
are.
your kid got?
First pitch to the next batter. Inside for a strike. 0-1 count with no outs.
I want Smarty Shield. That's one of those, you know. We need them.
Amanda, just quit talking today, okay?
Why that shoulder's hot? Where he hits you?
No, it's burning.
She's got sunburn.
Next pitch is swung at, miss for strike two.
I want to see them feet. I know.
Right here, right here.
Pitch is swung at, miss for strike three, out number one. Runner on first and one out in the bottom of the third inning. Score is 5-0 New Life. Ahead of Meadowview. First pitch is just a little high for ball one.
Good hit, come again.
Lisa! Hey!
Next pitch is a ball outside. Ball two, no strikes. Next pitch called strike. Count is now 2-1 with one out and a runner on first. Pitch is going to be just outside the strike zone for ball three.
April 6th, 2000.
Pitch is going to be high for ball four. It's going to make runners at first and second. And one out in the bottom of the third.
You said, well, look, you could have done that too. But
Next batter from Meadowview is up to the plate. First pitch is going to be hit to second. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. Both runners advance to second and third.
first, here we go. I'm about to defeat legendary. Knock it down, infield.
First pitch to the next batter is going to be hit into left center field. That would bring in 2. Be a stand-up 2 RBI double. Score is going to be now 5-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
Get me out. Here we go. That don't mean nothing. Let's go. Ready up, Jack. Here we go.
First pitch is outside for ball 1.
You got it. Let's go. You got it. You're good.
Here we go.
You're good.
He said, Lala, make the first eight.
Next pitch is going to be hit past the first baseman into right field. That will play another run. They stand up 1 RBI double. Score is now 5-3. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
Here we go. They gotta look for it every time.
First pitch is going to be hit to short with a diving catch by Julianne. It'll be out number 3. Now headed to the top of the 4th. Scores 5-3. New Life favor. We'll be back for the top of the 4th. Number 22, Madison White, is the next batter. First pitch is the ball. Next pitch is a strike. Count was going to be 1-2 with no outs. Next pitch is popped up behind home plate. Count remains at 1-2.
Hey, did you ever hear back from the imaging place?
No.
They were saying they didn't do recently. And I got they treated it confirmation.
What the heck is the difference between first and younger?
Next pitch is going to be hit into shallow right field and will drop in front of the fielder. Stop at first base for a single. Next batter, number 7, Julianne Wilkes. Runner at first with no outs in the top of the fourth. First pitch is a ball. First baseman attempts to steal too early and is called out. Next pitch is grounded to third and thrown out at first. Be out number 2. Next batter, number 21, Jenny Blevins.
We need you right here, baby. Come on, 2-1.
Come, Jackson. You're not hitting ball first. Here we go. There you go.
First pitch is going to be hit to shortstop. So the first is in time for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the fourth. Score stands at 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Now back into the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch, down in the dirt for ball 2.
Get in front of the ball.
No. I was gonna do another one. No, I was just gonna finish it up. That's the one that I was gonna do.
Hey, Caleb.
I'm gonna finish
Go
it up.
strike. Here we go. We're good. Here we go.
Come on, he wants to go in.
Pitch is swung at, miss for strike 1. Count is 2-1 with no outs. Next pitch is high for ball 3. 3-1 is your count with no outs.
Right here. Make a swing. Here we go.
A lot of people try to play me when they know they don't go. Now, it's hard to find the right word. I need to start.
Next pitch,
Yep.
swung at, miss for strike 2. Count is now full at 3-2 with no outs.
Hey, go on.
One more, baby. One more. You got this.
Here we go.
Next pitch is going to be popped to second base and caught for out number 1.
Had this little Avery girl over here.
I did when my dad tried to get me.
She was come live with
No,
Now we're ready. Here we go.
1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Next batter up for Meadowview. First pitch is swung at, grounded to short. Throw to first is in time for out number 2.
Girls, one to go.
Right now. Here we go.
2 outs. Next batter up to the plate for Meadowview. First pitch, swung at, grounded to first. First baseman picks it up, tags the bag. Out number 3. 3 outs in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. Score remains 5-3. New Life. We'll be back. Now the top of the 5th inning, number 10, Callie Knuckles is your first batter. First pitch is down in the dirt for ball one. Next pitch is popped up. Foul territory. First strike. Count goes to 1-1. Next pitch is swung and missed for strike two. Count goes to 1-2 now with no outs. Pitch is going to be swung at and hit into left field. That'll be a single for Cali. Number 2, Rachel Poor is the next batter with a runner on first and no outs. First pitch is fouled off for strike one. Next pitch is swung at and missed for strike two. And pitch is going to be hit into right center field. Caroline rounds second and comes to third. Rachel will have a stand-up double. Next batter is Becca Adams with runners at second and third. And no outs in the inning. First pitch is going to be hit into the same spot in the right center field. That will plate 2 for a stand-up 2 RBI double.
Hi, Laura.
Next batter, number 1, Laura Edwards, with a runner at second and no outs. Score is now 7-3. First pitch is a line drive to first for out number 1. Next batter is number 13, Lakin Champion. First pitch is hit to the third baseman. Third to first is in time as the runner from second advances to third. 2 outs in the inning. Number 12, Abigail Chavers, is the next batter. First pitch to Abigail is strike 1. Next pitch is foul tip for strike 2.
got 2.
Next pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-2 with 2 outs. Next pitch is swung at and missed for strike 3, out 3. Score is 7-3 New Life as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now in the bottom of the 5th, first batter for Meadowview's up. First pitch is strike. Next in the dirt for a ball. Next pitch is foul tipped for strike 2.
And that'll switch for charity.
I'm fixing to come sit right next to you.
Oh, good.
There you go. There you go.
Pitch is going to be looked at for strike 3. And out 1.
I love that.
Got lead.
It was a doghouse, little doggy.
1 out in the
On you, Jack.
next batter for Meadowview is up. First pitch is hit to short. Throw to first is in time for out number 2.
Nice, ladies.
Will you pass me the Fruit Loops, babe? I just noticed that.
You gonna drink Fruit Loops? Good, I want to give you one. Good job.
First pitch to the next batter for Meadowview is a ball
Madison, get in front of the ball.
with 2 outs in the inning. Next pitch is high for a ball. 2 outs in the inning. 2-0 is your count. Next pitch is also outside for ball 3.
Let's go, Ken. Fight it out, babe.
Pitch is right at the knees for strike 1. Count is now 3-1 with 2 outs.
Right there, the blue house. It's pork pie.
I just got
Next pitch is grounded to short. Throw to first is in time for out number 3.
Pass that button. You'll see the building right here.
And that is the end of your ball game for round 2 for New Life. They win 7-3 in 5 innings. In the next few minutes, we will have New Life play North River for the last game of the day. We'll be back for that one.